Hello everybody, my name is Aceface. Here's some footage I recorded. I didn't have like live voice recording, but I just recorded the footage of me almost dying in a T4 electric abyss in my Gila. The reason I almost died is because it was to one of these new EDENCOM spawns. And the EDENCOM spawns seem to be pretty deadly. However, I was a bit surprised because I've fought the EDENCOM before and it's never really been much of an issue. This time, however, it was a big issue. Because the thing is, here, what happened was that I spawned in very close to the EDENCOM ships. So I was very close to them. And then there was two of those Drainer Marshals. If we go back, you can see here there was one of these Drainer Marshal Disparu troops. So these guys have got very heavy newts. So I was like, oh, what the heck? They're newting me. So I was already like a bit worried because they were newting quite hard. It felt like they were newting almost the same strength as the Starving Leshaks. So they had pretty damn strong newts, especially since I was spawning there in at 30 kilometers. Then I noticed I was taking suddenly so much damage, and I didn't understand why, but I think I maybe could know why, because the thing is the EDENCOM ships do a lot of EM damage, and in the Electric Abyss I have obviously low EM resistance, and also I'm a shield based ship in my Gila, so lower natural EM resistance, so that is also a reason. But I was a bit surprised by the amount of damage I took, and I think it had a bit to do that I didn't go for the Storm Ringers first, because I was, as I said before, I was worried about the Drain and Marshals, or the neuting ones, so I went for them first. But they're a bit tankier than the Thunderchilds, and the Thunderchilds seem to be doing massive like bursts of damage. Because of that, the Vorton projectors have a very high alpha damage naturally. So when the Thunderchild hit with me with the Vorton projector, you can't see this now because I didn't start recording then. But when the Thunderchild hit me, there was actually my shields went down by a massive margin, and then when the Marshals started shooting as well, then it made it so that I went down even less, and I went to the armor. But I managed to survive. I managed to pull out, but I just managed to get by with almost bleeding into destruction. I was a bit afraid that, as well as getting neutered at the same time. So this is a very deadly wave. I would strongly recommend you be extremely careful when you find these waves. This is just something so you know about. What I usually do when I encounter these waves is I deactivate my MWD, because the thing is, the Vorton projectors, they work very similar to missiles. Depending on how big your ship is, that is how well they'll apply, and also how fast you're going. But the thing is, when you have got an MWD on, your signature radius, or how big your ship essentially is, becomes massive, and then the Vorton projectors will apply really well, those large Vorton projectors on the Thunderchild. So that is just something I usually do. I don't know if it was the best thing, but I felt like that was the best thing to do right there. But then again, maybe I could have pulled range from the Marshals. That is also something I could have done, which I did not do. I'll see. I've not encountered a whole lot of EDENCOM waves, but the reason I was surprised is because in my T5 runs, this is also T4 run that I was doing now, but in my T5 runs, I've never had any issues. I was up against multiple Thunderchilds. It was not really much of an issue. I think it just has to do with that my T5 fit has a lot more tank, so it was just working a lot better. But you obviously would have less incoming DPS in the T4. So I wanted to just share this little encounter with you guys. My heart was definitely racing right here, because not that my ship was particularly expensive. My ship is actually quite cheap, or relatively speaking, for Abyss running ships. It costs about like 450 mil. The reason why I was actually a bit worried, because my implants are worth a lot. My implants are worth 1 bill, and for you guys who do not know, you die in the Abyss, you lose your implants. That's how it is. That's just simply how it is. Alright, that was a little story time right there, and apologies for not having all the footage there, but it was just me doing a bit of off-cam, just playing the game, enjoying the game, and then this just happened, so I just flipped on the recording switch straight away. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.